I was a big fan, still am, big fan of, I don't know if you like, but Matthew Perry. I think his comic timing is
Oh yeah,
great.
Matthew Perry. Yep.
And known addict. I'll just see.
Well, let me finish. You lose all
Yeah.
addiction,
So
which people lose.
Do you remember this? Do you remember this this discussion you had with Peter Hitchens about this at all? Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Oh,
He talked about his past and stuff.
Yeah, it's a brief thing about, I think he'll go into, I hope he explains it, but like, he talks about what it feels like when the addict thing starts, and I think he does a good explanation. I just wonder if it's going to be the same. It's sort of what he says here is what I kind of used to, I can say used to now, but it was sort of the same experience with me. I want to see if it's the same with you, because when you said it was on your mind, right? So I just hope he says it.
Fantasy of addiction.
A complete fantasy in which people lose.
People never starting to stop drugs and alcoholism by just people never starting.
Well, you two believe in this fantasy of addiction in which people lose.
Fantasy of addiction.
A complete fantasy in which people lose all power.
Clearly, right, this is, I'm sorry, like I like Peter Hitchens too, by the way. I think his takes, but I mean, clearly this is someone that has never had an addict issue. To say that. The fantasy of addiction, I think, right? You agree?
Yep. Like, if you've never been through it or never been around it, like, why are you gonna say shit like that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, fantasy. It's like he really, and I don't think he's trying to just rile up Matthew Perry. It's a case of it's fucking, you meet people like this that don't understand it. So they think you're making excuses so that you just want to get fucked up all the time, but which is not how it is. It's not that way. That passes a long time ago when you become an addict. Then it turns into, oh, I need this shit to get through, or otherwise I'm going to get sick. That's what it gets to. That part is, as I don't know if you've gotten to that point where the body. Did you get to that point where the body was somewhat like with alcohol? Oh, that happened.
yeah, like
Dude, I'm so sorry.
when I stopped in like 19, when I stopped in like 2019, early 2020, like I felt so sick to my stomach when I'd eat, and it was like no matter what I would eat,
You just felt sick, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing for me, it was not specifically, definitely not meth. I didn't have that enough to have that effect, thankfully. But opioids, it did that. My body got absolutely smashed addicted to opioids. That I needed to, I was doctor shopping between like a long list just to get, pills, which is ridiculous.
Over themselves and become victims of this terrible, frightening disease.
But right now you're quoting...
Let me finish. This is what you believe, this terrible, frightening disease after which they cannot stop taking drugs. If you really believe that, then you would presumably think the best thing would be that they never, ever came in contact with those drugs.
Of course.
Wouldn't it therefore be wise to deter them from doing so by a stern and effective criminal justice system which actually persuaded them it was unwise?
Because remember in this one, he's saying that like jail is a good thing. And Perry's on the side with these other two people here, that drug courts and then going to try and rehabilitate your behavior and your association with drugs. I mean, Perry's, I think, approach is better than... I get Hitchens like hit him hard with something that's a consequence for your actions, but jail doesn't really treat the issue so much.
And the thing is, it's like, people say, you need to go to jail about it, or you need to get, the help that you need. But what people don't, I don't know if they do it overseas and stuff, but what people don't realize, is when they do go to jail, or they do get the help that they need, they're still getting it where they're at.
Yeah.
That's how they help the person.
Yeah.
Like they're helping them wing off of that stuff by giving it to them. Like, yeah.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And then, I absolutely agree with you with this. And therefore, I mean, it's like if you want to, I think where we're both maybe heading towards is like if you want a long-term solution, so putting them in jail and then punishing them for the consequence of stealing what maybe say the drugs that they needed or something, whatever it might have been that they may have done, or just been high or something or other and did something that they shouldn't have, still doesn't treat the problem. A long-term solution more seems better through this idea of the drug court system. But anyway, so this part I think that he's saying comes
Take
up.
the drugs in the first
When
place.
do I get to
Simple point,
speak?
right?
I'm dying to speak.
If you really believe in it, you'd agree with
When
me.
can I speak?
Speak.
Okay, so
Come here to be quiet.
I love Perry's sarcasm, because Perry's sarcasm comes out, but it comes out in like being pissed off. And I love that. It's such a fun, like, seeing him still, because I would have felt like fucking, especially in the peak of if I was just after my addiction, I would have felt like taking the guy's head off, like, you know, verbally, not physically. I'm a massive wimp, don't like confrontation. I'm just saying verbally, I would have felt like fucking angry, right?
Quiet.
Yeah,
neither did I.
Be like you
I
want to say
didn't, I
something
didn't come here to listen to
to 'em,
ludicrous
shit.
things like
That
that
kind
either.
of thing.
So
Well, you tell me why it's ludicrous if you're so clever.
I will. I will.
Good thing is, I think he's annoying. Like, they're annoying each other. Because I think it's like both of them they're not on the same page.
It's like they don't. It's like they when they're looking at each other, talking to each other. It's like they're not comprehending each other. Like they're like, bro, leave me the hell alone. I don't want to listen to you.
yeah, that's right. And what both of them think, you know, I think Hitchens has got the reputation of they've got a reputation of being sort of the big brained, you know, take in the room, and you know, Perry's sort of more in the comedic guy who had a hit show and now he's a bit of a drug. I don't know. There could be a bit of this sort of dynamic going on here, but it's fun to see that they both don't have time for each other's point of view.
The American Medical Association diagnosed it a disease in 1976. So you're saying that that's incorrect?
People.
That's a good point. That's a good point, right? Like he's now just using medical
Medical
conclusions about what addiction was.
statistics
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
That it's not just a word being thrown around. It's like it's an actual condition that's boxed as that people get this as a condition, as a thing. So it's a good point.
You're saying that that's
the medical
incorrect?
profession is constantly doing extraordinary things. The American Psychiatric Association said for years that homosexuality was
Peter,
a
the
disease.
key thing is...
They were wrong. All kinds of things were said by medical
It's not a bad
The key
point.
thing is
Turn
we've
out to be
had
not
this
true.
policy
What's
for
the objective
50,
evidence?
50 years. We've had this policy
My life.
of
My life is the objective
of treating
evidence.
addiction as a crime. 50 years.
No, we
and we
haven't.
now know that it doesn't work. It doesn't work anywhere in the world. Increasingly in the US, Uruguay, and elsewhere, and in Europe,
Finish your
things
point,
are changing.
My life is I'm a drug addict.
He's right about that though.
No, go on. Yep.
She's right about that when she was like, you know, we've got histories of it saying, you know, it don't work, and the programs we're trying to do this in.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. That is true. Yeah. And I think both of them, even though Hitchens comes across as a bit condescending, for a person, he's certainly a good voice for those who have never gone through it and think that it's just a matter of willpower. Because I think we can, hopefully you and I can both say, I used to be on Hitchens' side of the fence. Before I had any problems with anything, I was like, just fucking say no.
Yeah.
Right?
And then when you have an issue yourself, you realize, hey, it's a lot harder than what normal people would say.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
that's right. No one we didn't willingly go, hey, sorry, where's the application that we can sign up to be a drug fucked addict? Do I sign here?
Yeah.
Is this where I sign? Like, no one, you don't sign
where
up.
can I, you got an application to where I can sign my life away? Where is this at?
Just sign it all away. Well, push away family and friends. Nobody wants to be around you. Yeah, sign away right now.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the part he says the thing about what I think, how I feel. I wonder if you feel the same way though.
I'm a person that if I have a drink, I can't stop. And so it would be following your ideology that I'm choosing to do that. I'm choosing.
That's exactly not my ideology, it is my belief. Yes, you do choose.
It is. And
you have a
it's
choice.
a belief.
Very, like, he's I think that's as honest as you can get there where, you know, and he's not, what I like, respect though with Hitchens is though, he's like, he doesn't give a shit if you don't like what he's saying. right? Because that can hurt a lot of people's feelings. But good, like this is how he feels. He's allowed to feel this way. It's fine, right?
That you wrote in your
And
book.
I'm the same way as Perry just said. Like, you know, it's like I was just saying. Once I had the first 3, I just don't know how to quit.